Right, because we're also talking about the dawn of the crack era.
Yep.
So with the crack era came more guns and more violence and more money.
Yep.
Which brought more guns and more violence on top of that, along with the addiction and everything else like that. When crack first hit Brownsville, what did you notice differently?
Honestly, I just noticed the zombies differently, because now these people became like night walkers, and the desperation of what people were selling to get that hit. That's what I saw different. I seen ladies selling their dogs and things like that, like you wouldn't imagine. You see the father selling his kids Pamper Box or things like that. Things started being real drastic in the desperation of what people were out there selling, man. Women were selling their bodies at like crazy.
Yeah, man. Sad time. Very, very sad time. Okay, so originally, before the Lowlifes formed, I guess it started from two different crews. Mm-hmm. Ralphie's kids from Crown Heights and Polo USA, the United Shoplifters Association from Brownsville.
Yep, that's correct.
Okay, so were you part of one of those crews originally, or no?
I'm from Marcus Garvey, so I was part of the USA. That's the Brownsville side.
Okay, and you guys formed together as the Lowlifes.
When we came together, that's how Lowlifes were born. There weren't no Lowlifes on either side before that. So it didn't happen until the whole connection, That's what gave Lowlifes the name. Ralphie Kids was born on St. John's and Utica in Crown Heights. The Polo USA was born in the Marcus Garvey Village with a lot of dudes from Van Dyke Projects and all that. But Lowlifes was born on the Deuce, because that's where we were always at. And when the name and everything came about, on the Deuce.
Okay, and this is really a very unique concept because, people steal, but you guys were stealing one specific brand. And what was it about Polo that was so appealing at that point?
Nah, that's actually wrong. We never stole one specific brand. Everything got stolen along the route everywhere, from McDonald's to the candy store to Dunkin' Donuts to whatever was in the path. It's just Polo was what stayed with us. It was like what we took as our uniform. It's not just what we was after, because a lot of low-life boosters was just out to get money. So they stealing everything that everybody wants, not just the Polo. It was way more than the Polo, and we wore way more than Polo. Everybody thinks we just wore Polo. If you look back at all the pictures from back then, we touched everything that was luxury brands at that time.
Aha. But, you guys, the two crews are named after Polo, Ralphie's Kids and Polo USA. You guys form, it's called Lowlifes. So the Polo name is part of the name every time, no matter who you're talking about.
Yep, correct. But every brand was involved. We were Lowlifes, but like by 1996 and 97, like Polo was getting played out. Tommy Hilfiger was dominating at that point. So Lowlifes was wearing Tommy Hilfiger. In the mid to late 90s, the same with Donna Karan. We was wearing just as much Donna Karan, just like it was Polo, in the same style and fashion and everything. So it was really like Polo became the uniform in our brand only because he was the most seasonal brand I ever seen that came with it. 50 designs every season drop, 50 different logos, different size logos. Adidas had one logo. Tommy Hilfiger had one logo. Lecoq Sport, one logo. Polo had 1,000. So that's what made it more intriguing for us. We wanted to get those new logos before the other people in our crew and things like that.